Okay, I'm Josie the Yankee, and I'm going to be doing my extra oral exam. Today, I'm going to be doing an extra oral exam. If you have any tenderness or pain during it at all, just let me know. First, I'm going to check the face for symmetry. Go ahead, look at me. Looking for any abnormalities. I'm going to start by visually examining and palpating the hairline. And now I'm going to visually examine and palpate the scalp. And now I will throw this away. Next, I will visually examine and palpate the ear. Yeah, cut it. Now I'm going to visually examine and palpate the cervical chain. So can you turn away from me and look down? Starting with the anterior superficial cervical chain. And now the anterior deep. Now the posterior superficial. And the posterior deep. Now can you turn away from me again and look down? Now the anterior superficial. Anterior deep. And the posterior superficial. And the posterior deep. Now I will visually examine and palpate the supraclavicular region. Can I move your shirt to the side?
Yes.
your shirt to the side.
Yes.
Okay, now I will visually examine and palpate the occipital region. Can you put your head down for me? And now I will visually examine and palpate the spinal accessory. And now I will visually examine and palpate the pre-auricular region. And I will now visually examine and palpate the post-auricular region. Visually examine and palpating the pre-auricular region. And visually examine and palpating the post-auricular region. Now I will visually examine and palpate the parotid gland. Now I will visually examine and palpate the submandibular. And now I will visually examine and palpate the submental. Okay. I will now be visually examining and palpating the parotid salivary gland. And now I will visually examine and palpate the submandibular and sublingual salivary gland. Can you look at me? Feeling for the anteguinal notch. Place the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth. I will now be visually examining and palpating the TMJ. Go ahead and open for me. Close, open, close, open, and now move the bottom of your jaw side to side. Okay, close. I do not suspect any popping or clicking, so I will not be using the stethoscope, but if I did, I would use the stethoscope to listen. I will now be visually examining and palpating the thyroid. So I'm going to give you this cup of water. You're going to take a sip, but just hold it in your mouth and swallow whenever I tell you. So you can take the sip. Okay, go ahead, swallow. Okay, take another sip. Go ahead, swallow. Okay, take one more sip. Go ahead, swallow. Next, I will be visually examining and palpating the sinuses. So first, I will start with the frontal sinus. And now the ethmoid. And now the maxillary. And now I will visually examine and palpate the masseter muscle. Go ahead and clench your jaw. And that concludes the extraoral exam.